Welcome back. It is time for a look at the KNT Netball Association on the Flow Friday night sports show. And joining me to preview the upcoming games and to look back at what's happened over the past couple of weekends is our correspondent, Sally Bywater. How are you, Sally? Good to speak with you again.
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, great to be back after a week off.
Feels like it's been a very long time since we spoke, so let's see if we can cast our minds back all the way to 2 weekends ago. But before we do that, I'd love to get your wrap-up of country champs and how the KNT teams fared.
Yeah, so we obviously sent 4 teams off to country champs last weekend. So we had a senior team, our 17s team, our 15s team and our 13s team. And yeah, all went really, really well, all making the semi-finals in their grades, which was fantastic. So yeah, the A grade had a great weekend and yeah, just lost out in the semi-final. And we had 3 players make the top 10 of the carnival. So Mia Harper, Mel Macon and Rose Spitzner, which is just a great achievement for making the top 10 3 players. In the 17s, they made the semi-finals as well. They were undefeated on Saturday and Sunday. So they actually had 8 wins and 1 loss for the weekend. So a fantastic effort by them as well. And Lucy Midwinter was in the top 10 players of the carnival. So another great achievement. In our 15s, they played 11 games for the weekend and had 5 wins and 6 losses. So you're losing in the semi-finals in the Division 2. And their 13s again, they were fantastic, having 11 games for the weekend and 10 wins and 1 loss. So just that 1 goal loss in their semi-final. So a fantastic effort by all those 4 teams and all the coaches and supporters as well.
Great effort indeed, and congratulations to all those girls whose names you just mentioned. And I should ask, there was one game, I don't have it in front of me on Play HQ right now, but there was a semi-final KNT were involved in where Play HQ said the score was tied, but KNT, despite being the higher ranked team, didn't advance past that semi-final. Are you able to fill us in on what happened there? I think it was in the under-17s.
Yeah, it was in the under-17s. I think they just, the wrong score was put in. So I think our 17s did lose that game, but yeah, for some reason it finished off at 12-all or something, which was quite interesting if you're just looking at that. But yeah, no, they did lose, so, and it didn't advance to that grand final after, only losing that 1 game for the weekend.
All right, mystery solved there, but a good weekend at Country Champs for all the KNT representatives. So well done to everyone who was involved in that. And Sally, let's cast our mind back all the way back to the 1st of June, where it was round 7 in the KNT Netball Association. No doubt the girls that weren't involved in Country Champs enjoyed the weekend off, but there were some great games in this round. So let's start from the top with Penola taking down Border Districts 56-50. Nice close one and very high scoring as well.
Yeah, we probably thought this was going to be a fantastic game and it didn't disappoint. But yeah, again, 50-56, a great effort here by Penola to get the 6-goal win. And they had a nice lead at half-time, so that probably set their game up and some really accurate shooting by all the goalies on court. And just to finish, and they dug deep, but Borders couldn't quite get back. They won the last quarter by 4, but couldn't quite get that margin down any lower than that. So a great win by Penola.
Border Districts going along pretty well, very competitive in most of their games, but they are sitting down on 7th on the ladder, so they will have to find some wins for the second half of the season, but I'm sure they will be able to find some and rally at some stage. Next game was Kybe Bowlight beating Bordertown in Bordertown 39-35. I'm sure they'll take the win, Kybe Bowlight, but sitting in 5th with a percentage under 100 and just scraping by some of these sort of bottom 3 or 4 teams. Where do you think they're at, Sally?
Yeah, they're probably that middle-of-the-road team at the moment. They got off to a flying start in this game and had an 8-goal lead at quarter time, but just couldn't capitalise on that any further. So Bordertown really kept them low scoring. They had 15 goals for the first quarter. They only scored 8 goals in the quarters after that. So a great defensive effort there by Bordertown, which kept this a low scoring game. But yeah, Bordertown had to get those goals on the board to win some games. So a good effort here by Bordertown, but yeah, Kybe needing to probably cement their spot in that 5 will have to get these close wins and beat those teams higher above them.
They definitely will, so we'll see what happens when they do play some top-ranked teams if they can keep up with them. Keith beat Padthaway pretty comfortably, 68-40. Not too surprising here with Keith 6-1 for the season and Padthaway 0-7.
Yeah, fantastic win here by Keith at home in this game to win by 28. And they just shot really, really well. 21 goals in the second quarter. They got to 3. So that was just a mighty effort by them, which I'm sure they're very happy about. And they also got some young guns on the court, and we had 3 sisters playing in this game. So the Macon girls all got on the court together, which is probably really special to that family.
Absolutely, that would have been very special. So well done to all those girls. I'm sure that was a lot of fun for them as well. Very close game here between two teams who are sitting in that middle pack on the ladder and are desperate to try and separate themselves. And a very good win for Naracoorte playing against Lucindale at Lucindale, 47-43. We've spoken about it before. They need to beat some of those teams that are sort of around the mark and near them and above them on the ladder. And they got a good one here, Naracoorte.
They did. This is the sculpt they probably wanted to get, and we needed them to beat those teams above them. And they're only one goal up at three-quarter time, so this game could have gone any way. But they obviously dug deep and had a great last quarter, winning that by 3 and getting that 4-goal win, which is great for them. And yeah, they're playing some really good netball, and they'll be a team to watch come this second half of the season.
Yeah, Naracoorte 4-3 for the season now. Lucindale fall to 3-4, so that really was an important win for Naracoorte to jump above Lucindale on the ladder. And when it comes to the end of the year, if they are in the finals calculations, no doubt that will be one they look back on as a really important one. Last game for the round was Mundalla continuing to flex their muscles. They're still undefeated after a big win over Kingston, 71-44.
Yeah, great win here by Mundalla. We've spoken highly of them all season, and they just had this other great win. And I do notice they actually got 12 players hitting the court in this game as well. So a lot of young guns up there playing a bit of time. With the rolling subs, it's much easier to get players on now. So to have probably 5 kids under probably 20 is great effort by Mundalla to really blood them up and put them in the A-grade side as well. But yeah, not too bad by Kingston. Still getting 44 goals, which isn't anything to be ashamed about. But yeah, just a great win here by Mundalla, scoring some really good wins.
All right, let's look ahead to round 8. Some very good games on the schedule for tomorrow. Kybe Bolite are hosting Border Districts, and after their results a fortnight ago, Kybe, they did get the win, but it wasn't a very convincing one. Border Districts took a loss that they probably weren't too thrilled with. Both of them really need to get this win, so this will be a very intense game. Oh,
absolutely. I think it's going to be a really good game. They're both in that middle-of-the-road scenario at the moment, so they'll both be wanting to have a win, and it'll be a great game between those two clubs, which it always is. I think Kybe at home should probably regroup and be better from that game from 2 weeks ago against Bordertown, but Border District's really wanting a win, so I'll go for Kybe just because they're playing at home.
Bordertown are hosting Kingston, so they've only got 3 wins on the board between them for the season, so one of them will be getting a rare win in this one. Who do you think it will be?
Yeah, I think it'll be another good game. Kingston obviously having the 2 wins and Bordertown the 1, so it could go either way. It'll be a great game between these two clubs. They'll really fight for the whole 4 quarters. I, again, might just lean towards that home side Bordertown for a win, but I think it'll be a very close game.
Padthaway hosting Lucindale. So Padthaway playing at home, trying to get their first win for the year. But Lucindale, they'll certainly want to bounce back after that close loss to Naracoorte last week.
Yeah, and I think they'll do that this week. I think they've had that week off. They've regrouped back on the training track this week, so I think it'll be a great game. I think Lucindale will get the win, but let's hope Padthaway get to a good score on the board as well.
All right, and these last 2 games, I think these are probably the 2 best matches of the round. Penola are hosting Keith. It is 2v3 on the ladder. Keith sitting in second, 6-1. Penola in third at 5-2. And Penola, if they can win in front of their home crowd, they can jump up to second on the ladder.
Yeah, they've got that better percentage in this game, so I think this will be a great match of the round, this one. I think it'll be a fantastic game. Keith having to make the trip down to Penola might make them a bit weary, who knows. But I think Penola, I'll go for Penola in a close one in this game and just leapfrog Keith, but fantastic game, and I'm calling this one as the match of the round.
So that is a 2v3 matchup, and if we were doing a top 4 sort of final setup, we'd also have a 1v4 matchup, which is exactly what we've got with Mundalla heading to Naracoorte. A very good opportunity for Naracoorte to try and show that they are as good as the best teams in the comp, and Mundalla, well, a tough matchup for them to try and stay on top and undefeated.
Absolutely. I think this will be another great game. Obviously, it's fantastic to have the top 4 sides playing each other this weekend. And obviously, Naracoorte's 3 games behind Mundalla, so it's obviously just showing how close that middle of the range is. So Naracoorte, we wanted to have a great competitive game against Mundalla. They'll know where they are after this week, but I think Mundalla will continue on that way and have an unbeaten record after 8 rounds.
All right, some very good games in KNT Netball this weekend. Good luck to everyone taking the court. And Sally, enjoy all the action. Thank you for all of your insights. We'll chat to you again next Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.